Hello there, everyone. Welcome to this bonus stream. We're going to be reacting to, well, technically it's a PS5 technical presentation hosted by Mark Kearney, or however you say his name. But it's really about the PS5 Pro. Let's be honest, this is about the PS5 Pro. And I have some thoughts. I definitely have some thoughts about it. But first, how do we check? No, how do we check? How do we sound? Okay, looks like we sound fine, good, even. Dare I say great? Okay. Um. Okay. And I'm trying to adjust the camera correctly. Let me move it up. It did not move it up. Okay. Also, if you hear my mom in the background, I apologize. Um, yeah. Okay, I think we're good now. Yeah, okay. So, guys, how is everyone doing? First things first, before we talk about the presentation, I need to put the stream link in the Discord because Fizzy is not doing it. Oh boy. Okay, wait. So, guys, so I wanted to talk about first some channel stuff. I was thinking about so much changing my upload schedule, like how upload schedule, thinking about my stream schedule, sorry. I was thinking about changing it, because I am crazy. And oh my god, I changed it like 2 times within the span of like 5 hours, and then I deleted. I had community posts talking about it, and then I deleted them. I went back to this one that I have right now of like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. But I was thinking about going either changing it to be I would try to stream every day, every weekday at 6 p.m., but no guarantees. And then I also thought about changing it to, just going back to the no stream schedule. But again, I couldn't keep one like decided. Like it was just, I just kept thinking, I kept overthinking and thinking, I'm doing this wrong. So yeah, I don't know. Anyways, that's just me rambling. So, if you saw notifications about community posts, sorry about that. I'm going crazy. I think going forward, I'm going to try to not announce things publicly until they're further along. So, yeah, I should probably do something like that. Announce things when they're like actually taking place, like have a stream schedule going for like a few days and then announce it. I don't know. That's just my idea. But for now, we're just sticking with the one Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Yeah, with like bonus streams possible like today, or I can, or days where I can stream, like, or days where I don't want to stream. Like yesterday, I did not stream yesterday, because I wanted to fix my sleep schedule, and also other I wanted to prepare for the streams um that I have planned. Like I'm gonna do probably tomorrow. To be honest, I'll probably do the Persona 3 Reload, the Answer DLC. I'll probably play that tomorrow, and then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday there's gonna be the Splatoon Final Fest or Grand Festival, whatever you want to call it. That's going to be happening that's going to be happening 3 days in a row. So Yeah. Anyways, I think that's enough rambling about the channel stuff. Let's talk about the PS5 Pro. This is what the event is. Probably, most likely, like 95% chance. Though it would be funny if it wasn't. I would love it, but it seems like it is the PS5 Pro, and to be honest, we don't need it. As soon as this gets fully announced, excuse me, guys. My God. But as soon as this gets fully announced, I'm gonna make a video talking about this later today, talking about why we don't need it. Lots of people say, "Oh, it would be nice to have it because, oh, frame rates, are tanking." You know, they point out examples like Final Fantasy 16, ray tracing. And here's my thinking: one, most people don't care about that, and two, the developers are the ones that cause are what the ones that don't optimize the game correctly. And the PS5 is fine in terms of power. It's good enough. Like, we don't need a mid-generation refresh at all. And it's just gonna be like so expensive. It's gonna be like $600 at least, but probably even more. I wouldn't be surprised. And we don't need it. Like, yeah, brute force, brute power is gonna make those games run a little bit better, but eventually there's gonna be some games like that's gonna be low, and people are like, well, what? How come it's not working? We need PlayStation 6, you know. And then that comes around, and then it brute forces those games, or they get updates, and then eventually it's gonna be the same cycle again. Where like, oh, it can't run on the PS6. We need the PS6 Pro. Like, it's just a constant cycle of, like, you could say it's because, and to some extent maybe it is true that power is just, you know, it can only go so far. But at the same time, I think a big cause of it is of why many developers or even people want a pro consoles, just because, oh, they get lazy of working on the games with the current hardware, so they want to try to push it further. They want to try to, they don't want to push it further, and then so people think that, you know, um they would we need more pro consoles, but I don't think so. I think it's unnecessary. So yeah, that's just my opinion, though. I just wanted to again, I'll make a video talking as soon as this gets officially announced. I'm going to talk about why we don't need a PS5 Pro in more detail, but that's like my rough thoughts. I just think it's not necessary for because developers are like, they're just getting lazy with the current hardware, and then so yeah. Um they don't want to improve on it further. Uh to improve further what they already have, so they want to brute force it, which will work to an extent. But yeah, also sorry about my bird in the background. But yeah, I don't know. Let's read some of these comments. PS Vita 2, baby. Yep, that's getting announced today. Whoa, what? Okay, that was weird. Oh, oh, a countdown. Ooh, okay. PSP2. Wasn't that the PS Vita? So, um, yeah, there's no games. Now this event is 9 minutes. What they're probably gonna do is, talk about the PS5 Pro. I don't know if they're gonna talk about the price. I feel like they're not. They're gonna leave that in a blog post, and it's gonna suck people. It's gonna be like a lot of money. But it's probably not going to be in this presentation. But there probably still some games running on it. Probably nothing new. But maybe we'll get that Bloodborne remake remaster that people want. That's like never happening, guys. At most you'll get like a free update. Anyway, oh yeah, that's another thing. A price drop. We haven't been getting price drops. Prices have been going up. I did see that Sony increased the price for the DualSense controller by $5 more. Why? I feel like it has something to do with this. Like maybe they're gonna announce a new DualSense controller. But it's still weird that it's all of them increased to $5, like in retail stores and Sony themselves. It's not gonna be under $600. Concord 2, baby, let's go. Uh, mm, why wait for the PS5 Pro when you could get a PS6 in 2 years? My God, I think it's a waste. It's really a waste to. I mean, again, I haven't seen it, so I guess I don't know yet. But I just think it's a waste. We don't need the PS5 Pro at all. Yeah, it's again. I already talked about why earlier, but yeah, I just don't think so. It's also just you know, I mean, it could just be the fault that I'm poor. I had to sell a lot of things to even afford a PS5, and so yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll see what this event is. This will probably be a short stream, by the way. I'll talk about, we'll react to the thing and then probably talk about it a bit after, but um, we probably won't stream like too long. So yeah. Mm. There's also like rumors that we might get a state of play soon. Um, so I want Sony to sell games because where are the games, Sony? Like, are the games done? Oh my God. Yeah. I'm just reading the chat. GTA 6. We might see GTA 6 like running. Um, I mean, I think I don't think games will be revealed, but I think games will be shown on here. Um, um, yeah. Ape Escape 3. Has that flop? Like Concord? Or console flop? I don't know. I do not know who the guy speaking is. Apparently, people like him, so I don't know. And like, I think something about his voice, but I don't really know who the guy is. The guy that's presenting this thing. Within like when it gets to the last like 2 minutes, I'll turn off the chat on the stream, like of the PlayStation stream. Not you guys, but um, Yokai O. What? Oh yeah, Final Fantasy VII is another one where people were like, "This game needs the PS5 Pro." It's just the developers getting lazy, bro. Like, come on, that's the same issue with the Switch. Like, it's just at this point, yeah, the Switch is having issues because it's getting older. It's getting up there in age, but at the same time, it's just the developers are getting lazy. They don't want to optimize the games correctly. Like, there's a, like, I guess I shouldn't speak. I'm not a game developer, but I mean, I don't know. But that's just my thoughts. I'll talk more about it in a video later that I'll record. uh, um, excuse me. I ate barely like a few minutes ago, so yeah. And I'm still drinking a soda I have here. Oh, here's the thing. I should let you guys know. I think I'm gonna try to fix my sleep schedule like fully. I'm gonna try to stay up and like try to fix it and sleep 8 hours only. Um, but also I want to um, I think I want to try to exercise some more. I don't even exercise. I think I want to try to do that. And with those things, I want to stream some like Switch Sports, but play it the way Nintendo intended with like, standing up. Also, I want to do an actual workout stream, not like those one like equals whatever stuff. I want to do an actual workout stream. So, yeah, there's just some life updates for you that I plan to get better sleep and exercise and how it will affect the channel. I think you'll be seeing some fun streams coming up of revolving around exercise, so look forward to it. Anyway, let's turn this off. Um, let's get ready for the so. Mm. Also, I want to eat like only 2 times a day instead of 3. I think that will help me lose some weight. Mm. But let's see this event. Oh boy, I'm so excited. Not. Mm. The only good thing I will say about, I mean, I guess you don't know with this one, but with like, the PS4 Pro, the good thing is that you didn't need it to play exclusive games. I mean, I don't like that about Nintendo systems, like with like the new 3DS. Like there was like some exclusive games like Xenoblade that couldn't run on the normal 3DS, and I think that's stupid. So I mean, that's the good thing. I guess I don't know about this one yet. I mean, they could, but I think most likely, pretty sure they'll stick with what they did before with just it won't have exclusive games. It will just have everything run a bit better. Excuse me. Mm, okay, let's get ready for this event. Oh boy. Oh wait, let me check the volume. Oh, I need to put it up a little. Hopefully that's fine. I'll check when it goes live. 21, 20, 19, 18. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know why I'm getting nervous now. I do not care. I mean, I care, but like in a negative way. But I don't know why I'm suddenly nervous. Okay. Okay. Oh my
Hi,
god.
I'm Mark Cerny. I'm excited to be here to talk about the newest addition to our console lineup, PlayStation 5 Pro, and how it
Okay.
advances gaming technology. But first, I want to take just a minute to look at what we put in the original PlayStation 5 and how it delivers an exceptional gaming
I like how
experience.
they say that immediately. PS5 Pro.
When PS5 debuted in 2020, it brought a lot to the table. 8 Zen 2 CPU cores form the brains of PlayStation 5 and enable high-speed complex gameplay, with character counts reaching into the hundreds and frame rates that can be as high as 120 frames a second.
But usually aren't.
PS5 has a powerful RDNA 2 GPU, which can render anything from intricate details to fantastic worlds with vast panoramas to explore. Ray tracing allows for dramatic visual improvements, including reflections off of water or glass, and the realism that comes from real-time global illumination. Custom SSD can load data at breathtaking speed, resulting in ultra-fast transitions between game worlds and data streaming rates so high that traversal speeds are essentially unlimited. Tempest 3 audio tech brings an unparalleled sense of immersion to the sound of the games. With audio so real, you may not even need to see the enemies to know exactly where they are. Finally, the DualSense controller has haptics that let you feel through your hands what your character is experiencing inside of the game. It's wonderful to see such variety and richness of game experiences. Creators have made amazing use of the hardware capabilities, but when I talk to them, I do hear about their desire for more graphics performance. The dreams of the developers are bigger than can be supported at 60 frames per second, And that leads to an aspect of modern gaming that we're all familiar with: graphics modes. It can be a difficult choice for players. Fidelity modes emphasize the visuals, typically through higher resolution rendering. These modes might also have enhanced detail or use more ray tracing. But the games only run at 30 frames per second. The visuals can be choppier and the controls less responsive. Performance modes emphasize frame rate and
Which I think is the
interactivity,
better mode,
typically choosing to
performance.
run 60 frames per second. Mainly by reducing the graphical detail until those frame rates can be achieved.
I can barely see a difference.
When asked to decide on a mode, players are choosing performance about 3/4 of the time. Removing that decision, or at least narrowing that divide, is one of the key targets for PlayStation 5 Pro. We want to give players the graphics that the game creators aspire to, at the high frame rates that players typically prefer. To do that, PS5 Pro substantially improves over PlayStation 5 in 3 ways. Here's what we call the Big 3. First, we made the GPU much larger and increased the speed of the memory it uses. The result is rendering that's up to 45% faster. Second, we made major upgrades to the ray tracing, taking a streamlined and accelerated approach that allows calculation of the rays at double or even triple the speeds of PlayStation 5. And finally, we added custom hardware for machine learning and an AI library called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR for short. PSSR analyzes the game images pixel by pixel and can add an extraordinary amount of detail, which boosts the effective resolution of the games. Game creators are adding PS5 Pro support to new
Don't quite
and existing
understand
titles,
yet, but
and with the Big 3 involved, the results can be pretty amazing.
maybe
with
I'm
graphics
dumb.
showing something like fidelity levels of detail, but at double the frame rate. Here's The Last of Us Part 2 running on PS5 Pro. It has huge amounts of detail and targets a super smooth 60 frames per second. Let's compare this to the fidelity mode on PS5, which is only running at 30 frames per second and is therefore much choppier.
I mean, I can see it, but like
This
barely.
goal of delivering almost fidelity-like graphics at performance frame rates has been achieved for a broad set of titles, including Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. We can see that PS5 Pro is close to doubling the power of PlayStation 5. Another way to compare the two consoles is to look at PS5 Pro versus performance mode on PS5, both of which target 60 frames per second. What we see here is a difference in detail. PS5 Pro is much sharper and crisper than PS5. For this, my favorite is the parade scene from Ratchet & Clank. Distant details are much clearer.
I really can't see a
Marvel's
difference.
Spider-Man 2 is noticeably higher resolution throughout the scene, including the trees and procedural cars.
I really can't.
So overall, some remarkable improvement to the games. On PS5 Pro, we can see increased sharpness to the graphics or smoother and more responsive gameplay. This is the Big 3 showing their value. As you've been seeing, machine learning via the PSSR library is being used quite broadly to add pixel detail and boost frame rate. But there are as many approaches as there are game engines. The increase in raw GPU power is being especially effective for Horizon Forbidden West. Apart from the detail boost, that extra graphics power is allowing for improvements to lighting and visual effects, as well as to the hair and the skin in cinematics.
Open up, guys. George orders.
Good enough for me.
Ray tracing is finding broad usage as well, particularly when the games are focused on higher frame rates. The faster hardware in PS5 Pro can make a real difference. Allowing Gran Turismo 7 to add ray traced reflections between the cars in gameplay, while continuing to support their targeted 60 frames per second. That boost in ray tracing is also delivering big wins for Hogwarts Legacy, allowing not only for better reflections and a greater variety of reflective surfaces.
The stream
but
is
also
about to
for further
end,
realism in the casting of
like the
shadows.
PlayStation one.
I hope you've enjoyed this run-through of the technology behind PlayStation 5 Pro. Simply put, it's the most powerful console we've ever built, and a worthy addition to the PS5 family. Let me wrap this up by giving you a quick look at a number of games running on the new console.
Wow, it looks just like the mock-up. I mean, I know this is showing that the games are running on PS5 Pro, but like, at the same time, you do know that YouTube compression is like a thing, right? Like, to be honest, I really can't. Like, the frame rate I could tell, but like barely, and but it was more noticeable. But the graphical side, I really couldn't tell like at all. Whoa! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's $700. Oh my god! Oh my god! It's $700. Oh my god! That's. I mean, I thought it could be $700, but I did not expect it. I thought, what? What? Now, there's gotta be some more details, right? It's gotta be like, you know, um, it's gotta be like 600 or 650. Either way, that's so stupid. It's gotta be like 650 is the digital one, and then like 700 is like uh with the disc. But like, oh my god, what the heck? I can't stop focusing on it. Also, I'm using the Switch, by the way, for this, which is kind of funny. But $700, available November 7th. Oh boy, 2 weeks before my birthday. I can't wait to not get this console. I was gonna say this game, but oh my god, that's really. Oh my god. I, Like, we don't need this. We don't. I'm sorry, we don't. My god. We don't need this. I want to rewind a little bit. So first, let's go back to the big three or whatever the guy said.
Mainly by reducing the graphical detail until those frame rates.
Like, I can't believe it's $700.
When asked to decide on a mode, players are choosing performance about 3/4 of the time. Removing that decision, or at least narrowing that divide, is one of the key targets for PlayStation 5 Pro.
Oh my
we want
god.
to give players the graphics that the game.
So how would this work? Like, narrowing the thing? Like, how would it work? Like, would it be like, it would say, oh, performance mode, but if you're on PS5 Pro, it will do both? Or like, how would that work? Like, I don't know how it would, because I feel like the things will stick around, right? The performance versus quality, but like, how would that work? Like the toggle on PS5 Pro, that's what I'm trying to ask. um I still can't believe it's $700, bro. Okay, I want to look back at this. I can't get over the $700.
Called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution.
Let me rewind.
And triple the speeds of PlayStation 5. And finally, we added custom hardware for machine learning and an AI library called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR for short. PSSR analyzes the game images pixel by pixel and can add an extraordinary amount of detail, which boosts the effective resolution of the games. Game creators are adding PS5 Pro support to new and existing titles, and with the big three involved, the results can be pretty amazing, with graphics showing something like fidelity levels of detail, but at double the frame rate.
God, that is something, all right. That is something. I just really want to go back to the price. Oh, I gotta rewind a little bit more. I just really can't believe this. Again, I thought maybe it was possible we would see 700, but like this got again, it's gotta be a variant, right? Like 700 is for the disc based system, and then like 650 or something is the non-disc one, right? It's gotta be something like that, because if it's like for both, like that's like, oh my god. Either way, that sucks. Either way, that's like, oh my god. But like, at least to some extent, I can, in a weird way, I can kind of see it. But like, either way, that's still bad. Like, oh my god, I just can't, I can't believe this. Uh, jeez. Also, then I don't know. That number looks way higher. It's like yen, Japanese. That looks way higher than it should, but. Um, oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, this present okay, to be honest, completely the presentation at first, I was like, okay, I can maybe see, maybe this is why they got lots of people like this guy. Like the guy, the way he talks, he's kind of good at it. So Mike Cerny, not Mike Cerny. Is it Mike Cerny? I don't know. Whatever. Mike Marks. Whatever. This guy, he's good at talking. He made it seem like, I don't know. He made the PS5 Pro seem not necessary, but it seemed like I can understand where Sony's coming from, like with them doing this. But then, like not a priest. I don't know how you say it. My hopefulness, I guess, for the PS5 Pro went all downhill as soon as I saw that price, $700. Before the price reveal, I was thinking, okay, maybe I would get it if I like traded in my PS5 like GameStop. But now I'm after seeing that price, I'm like, yeah, I don't think I want to do that. I mean, that's like way more money, and like, oh my god. I mean, like, I said maybe because the way the guy talking, he's good, but then that they really shouldn't have done this at the. I think this soured the whole thing. This like 9 minute thing. I really thought they were just gonna do it in like a press release thing or PlayStation blog. Nope, they just dropped it at the very end. But I think that kind of ruins. that kind of ruins. That kind of ruins. I'm sorry. Like saying the same thing, but it ruins the thing. It ruins the whole presentation, in my opinion. Um, yeah, it's oh my god. Like so yeah. To be honest, I don't really have much else to say. I kind of want to. I don't know. Should I make the video now? I might make the video now. I do want. I know at least some point later today I'm gonna make a video talking about this, talking about why this isn't a good thing, not a good thing. Why it's not necessary. The PS5 Pro, in my opinion, and also with the fact that like making a discussion video and then talking about my I don't know. You know what I mean, right? I plan to do that. I don't know if I'll do it later today. I don't know if I'll do that like as soon as I'm done with the stream, but I plan to do that later today. I can't speak to save my life. Anyway, I'm gonna go look at what other people are saying. Actually, before we go, I can't do this on the TV, so let me look it up on here. Let me see. Let's look at some quick reactions to this right now. I'll just read them out loud. I'll give you guys the quick reactions to what other people say about this. Yeah, so let's see. It ended so abruptly after the price reveal. They just threw a flashbang in the room and ran. Wait, is it 700 without a disk drive and sold separately? Really? What? Let me see. I don't think we know how much the disk drive would be. Oh my god. I hope it sells horribly. Someone says that. I'm a PS5 gamer, but 700 without a disc drive is ridiculous. Honestly, I could barely tell the difference. And most of the gameplay and final video was just pre-rendered cutscenes, not actual gameplay. I was going to trade in my PS5 and get the Pro for cheap, but might just stick to the PS5 for now. That's kind of what I was thinking too. Like, I was thinking maybe. But then as soon as they saw the price, I'm like, yeah. And I couldn't even tell, again, I couldn't even tell the graphical differences, really. I could tell the frame rate stuff. Like, to be honest, I don't think the frame rate matters too much. 60 versus 30. It matters to some extent in certain games more. But at the same time, I feel like it's fine. But I can tell that. But the graphics, I was like, oh my god, I couldn't even tell the difference when they were showing that. 800 Canadian dollars for digital. No, it's 950. I don't know which one it is, but 700. I'm in shock. I can't believe I'm expected to pay almost the full price of a new PS5 with trade-in for this upgrade. And just getting this console, this is the only way I'm getting this console. That's a GameStop trade-in. Dead on arrival, I'm getting PS5 Slim. So is it? I don't know. I'm seeing some different people saying $800 is the disc drive, like, and then $30 for the vertical stand. The PS5 was a better value, like originally. Like, oh my god, what happened? Sony, what is going on, bro? I can't wait to make a video about this. I'm gonna tear this thing to shreds, guys. I can't wait. I am so gonna have fun with this video. Blu-ray disc drive can be added and 2 terabytes is now stock. Ooh, 2 terabytes. Ooh, is that better for okay, so my god. This is so stupid. $700 is way too much. Let's look at one more. I'm looking at the gaming leaks and rumors thread. Let's look at one more thread before we go. Let's look at one more thread. This is on the games subreddit. 700 for no disc drive is crazy. I'm not paying almost 800 to play a console with a disc drive. 700 for physical may have been acceptable. It wouldn't have been, but oh my god. But digital only for that price is absurd. Oh my god. 700 USD and no disc drive. There is no, you can use the disc drive from the PS5 Slim maybe, or buy one separately. Oh my god, I still can't believe this. I hope to God Microsoft doesn't exit the console market. PS6 probably gonna cost near $1,000. The switch to PC will be easier then. God. My god, I don't care about it being twice as powerful as the regular PS5. That's an absurd price for a 4-year-old console. That'll be laughable for PS6. I agree. Twice as powerful, but most of the games run at the same frame rates, probably. Impressive but ridiculous pricing. That's around $950 in Canada. Uh, uh, mm, What a joke. Just get a PC at that point. Yeah, at that point, just get a PC. Consoles are supposed to be way cheaper than hacking PCs. They're like $1,000 or something. I know there's like cheaper options, but usually, if you want the best high end PC in the world, it's like $1,000 plus. And yeah, if you want to get the PS5 Pro, might as well just spend a little bit more on the PC. I feel, but my God. The only reason they exist so Sony can say they have the most powerful console. Then they actually, I don't know. I guess maybe technically the Xbox Series X is like slightly more powerful or something. I don't know. Whatever. But I was gonna say, wasn't the PS5 already the more powerful console? But I think technically that was Xbox. But who cares? It's like a slight margin of like, oh my God. At $600, I would have been interested. Yeah, if it was $600, way more understandable. Like, oh my God, what happened, Sony? Mm. So am I correct in that the PS5, the PS4 Pro, PS5 Pro still requires games to be optimized for PS5 Pro in order to make use of the improved hardware and increased performance visuals? That is, it's not like a PC graphics card upgrade that improves all games. The focus is on fidelity modes hitting 60 FPS target, but no mention of performance modes currently running at 60 FPS hitting 90 FPS or 120 FPS. 700 is a hard sell with these restrictions, mainly number one. No CPU upgrades means they won't add performance mode to games that didn't have it before. It doesn't make existing performance modes look better if the devs update their game. That puts the lack of a disk drive is insane at those price points. Absolute waste. Yeah, to be honest, guys, I think that's gonna be it for the stream. I read like all the stuff. I mean, I could continue reading on what other people are saying. I could continue reading on, but I think at this point you get it. It's an absurd price that they dropped it at the very end and they ruined a otherwise fine presentation. Nothing like mind blowing, but at least if you didn't see the price at the end, you would have done okay. That's kind of a little bit understandable. Maybe I'll get it at some point. But after the price reveal, I think most people's, from what I saw, most people's, including myself, opinions just went down the drain and were like, yeah, no, this is not worth it. So I'm going to make a video very soon talking about this because, oh boy, Sony darn messed up. So, yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys. Oh, also, shout outs to Isaac/Scythe for becoming a YouTube member in the $10 tier. I almost forgot to mention him. He's my real life friend. He's in the highest tier, and I almost forgot to mention him. So yeah, shout outs to him. I will be back tomorrow. Probably. I mean, I could do it like later today, I guess, but probably tomorrow I'll be back at 6 p.m. to Mountain Time to play the Persona 3 Reload DLC. We stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 p.m. with daily updates if I can stream or want to do a bonus stream like we did today, all that good stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Well, I probably one, I'll work on the video talking about Sony, and two, continue thinking about if a stream schedule is worth having because I love to change my mind and I can't keep my mind the same. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye, and thanks for watching.